Woodhouse Nissan is the easy choice when shopping for your next vehicle. Lease the 2025 Nissan Altima SV all-wheel drive for just $278 per month. Get started online at woodhousenissan.com or woodhouseplacenissan.com today. 36 months, 5,000 miles per year with approved credit. Tax, title, license extra. $2,999 down or trade equity plus first payment and $299 doc fee due at signing. Discounted price based on sale price of $28,990. VIN number SN324973. Offer expires January 31st, 2025. See dealer for details.
Oh, sorry, that's for a Democrat show.
Let me know when you're ready. No matter what the technical difficulty is, this man is a professional. He goes all the way.
What you represent to them is freedom.
Was an extremely great conservative commentator. We're tearing it up on Wednesday night. This is awesome. This will allow me to retort.
Well, this is Jersey Joe for the Reaver Common Sense Show. 8 p.m. on shrmedia.com.
Actually, I just totally screwed up. This show contains language that some viewers may find offensive. Listener discretion is advised. And now on to the show. And welcome to the Reaver of Common Sense. I am your host, Jersey Joe, and I'm making sense out of the senseless. The Jersey Takeover is here. We have expanded to 2 hours every Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. till 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if you want to support the show or support SHR Media, go to Reaver.one and click on the shop button. Or if you just want a kick-ass t-shirt. I have hot water. I am so happy. I'm so happy. My neighbor is the best. We were able to get it hooked up this weekend. Now it's just trying to dial in the tankless hot water heater. Once I get used to it and set in, it'll be working fine. Unlimited hot water. No limits. Love it. How's everybody doing today? Hopefully you had a good weekend. Oh, it's, you know what? I haven't even looked at the news about it, and I don't really want to. The awards last night. I don't. What was it, Oscars? I have no idea. It shows you how much I pay attention. And yeah, I really couldn't care. It's the same crap, different day. They go up there, they yammer on. It's now they think they're political activists, and they know better than everybody else. Oh, no. Everybody has a right to free speech. Just because you have a right to something doesn't mean that you should do it all the time. It's, yeah. My eyesight's been bothering me real bad lately. But it's, I really don't care what their political views are. I really don't. I know they have a right to go on about it. But I really couldn't care. I like a challenge that one of the actors, and I can't remember his name. He challenged these bleeding heart idiots that care so much start putting the refugees in their houses, open their doors, open their walls and gates that they like to bitch about so much, and let them live in their house with them. I don't know. I see the leaks aren't getting any better in the White House. It is funny. Trump doesn't like him now, and the Democrats love him. But during the campaign, the roles were reversed. The problem I have with some of this reporting, and I do agree with President Trump on, is the anonymous. Hello, Kel. How are you? What I don't like about the anonymous is, and I understand they have to have some ability to do reporting without giving up their sources. But too many times now we have reporters taking advantage of that and just making up stories under the guise of, well, I have an anonymous source. Your imagination is not an anonymous source. That's. I understand they need to have the ability to have people come forward. I find it funny that for 8 years we had a president that went after leaks of this type, and the media applauded it. Now, how dare they? How dare they try to go after our sources? Freedom of speech and all this other stuff they yammer on. Listen, I would agree with them.
With New Year's resolutions, many of us will make a vow to eat healthier, and that's a good thing. But what about our beloved pets and their nutrition? Greetings, naturopathic Dr. Dennis Black here, and I'm on a mission to provide better nutrition for cats and dogs because truthfully, all pet food is dead food, which is why we created Rough Greens and Meow Greens in the first place. We bring their food back to life with live vitamins, minerals, probiotics, enzymes, omega oils, antioxidants, and so much more. All in a tasty formula that your dog and cat will love. You can improve your pet's coat, digestion, energy, and have less vet bills. Let 2025 bring a new year and a new pet. Get a Jumpstart trial bag, normally $20. Get a 100% discount with promo code BESTFRIEND. You just cover the shipping. Go to roughgreens.com, use promo code BESTFRIEND. Bring your pet's food back to life with Rough Greens. So good, your pet will ask for it by name.
Over the past 75 years, more than 10,000 chemicals have entered our food supply, but the EU allows just 300 additives. At Thrive Market, we prioritize quality, banning over 1,000 ingredients found in conventional grocery stores. Our Healthy Swap scanner helps you find better versions of your pantry essentials without the junk, dyes, or fillers, and everything is delivered right to your doorstep. So shop at a grocery store that actually cares about your health at thrivemarket.com/get-started for 30% off your first order and a free $60 gift.
If they had been bitching the last 8 years, I would agree with them. They remained silent with what Obama did. That's where I have my issue. They remained perfectly silent. They remained silent when Obama was wiretapping the AP. When Obama was, shit. I can't remember which Fox reporter he went after heavy. Or when he wanted to put government monitors he wanted to put in all the newsrooms. That was ignored. So that's where I have my issue with the press yammering on about what Trump's doing. Do I totally agree with what Trump's doing about these supposed leaks and how the press is handling it? I don't totally agree, but at the same time, I could probably say I would be reacting the same way. He gets a lot of negative press, and it's not justified. Let's put it that way. They're crying over spilled milk because their golden child, Hillary Clinton, didn't win. So they're looking for issues. That's where I have my issue. It's it's hypocritical, and that's where I have my issues. Now we have these slimeball liberals, and I'm not talking all liberals. They know who they are. They praised what Obama did in his attacks on our Constitution and our freedoms, the attacks on conservatives, and everything was fine for that. Now these little slime balls, because they think it's going to help their cause, they're out there screaming about constitutional rights and how dare Trump do this. Well, how dare you remained silent for 8 years. You praised what that man did. You praised what he did. Now you want to complain and scream about Constitution and America. For 8 years, we were crapped on by that president. If you had national pride, you were crapped on by that president. And now, I'm supposed to believe you care a rat's ass about our country and our Constitution. No. And I was talking to my dad, and I find it funny. For 8 years, we didn't hear about the Constitution. We didn't hear about we did not hear about any of that. They think that they're going to be justified in by using that language. They think that by talking that way, all of a sudden we're going to, oh my God, they're so right. They're talking about constitutionality. They're talking about this. No. It makes me think you are a hypocrite. And they can't get that through their head. And I'm looking over at the news going on, and it's kind of, I see there was maybe a couple of swipes, but it doesn't seem like they really went at him. I'm wondering if they finally got it through their head that people are getting sick and tired. I think there's some boycotts going on. They need us. We don't need them. And that they can't get through their head. I don't need them. They need us. What's that, Kel? It's they announced the wrong winner for Best Picture last night. I find that so funny.
With New Year's resolutions, many of us will make a vow to eat healthier, and that's a good thing. But what about our beloved pets and their nutrition? Greetings, Naturopathic Dr. Dennis Black here, and I'm on a mission to provide better nutrition for cats and dogs because truthfully, all pet food is dead food, which is why we created Rough Greens and Meow Greens in the first place. We bring their food back to life with live vitamins, minerals, probiotics, enzymes, omega oils, antioxidants, and so much more. All in a tasty formula that your dog and cat will love. You can improve your pet's coat, digestion, energy, and have less vet bills. Let 2025 bring a new year and a new pet. Get a Jumpstart trial bag, normally $20. Get a 100% discount with promo code BESTFRIEND. You discover the shipping. Go to roughgreens.com, use promo code BESTFRIEND. Bring your pet's food back to life with Rough Greens. So good, your pet will ask for it by name.
I don't know why. Don't ask me why I find that so funny. Yeah, I'll take a look at that. Kel just posted about the first Muslim woman judge in New York. And she's sworn in using the Quran, and yeah, it's same old, same old. I say I'm glad I'm away from living in that area, that northeast corridor, because of the idiocy of the politicians. But the problem I'm having is so many of these people have moved out of there because of what they've done to New York and New Jersey. They've moved down to Florida, and they're now ruining the state of Florida with electing those same idiots they're running away from, the high taxes, and it pisses me off. I know it's bad because I'm a transplant moving down here, but man, there's getting way too many people in my area. Way too many people. The roads can't handle it, but they just keep putting more people in here. I'm really becoming anti-people lately. I don't know why. Oh, I know why, but, just becoming very anti-people. I don't want to deal with I like having neighbors, but I kind of want it where if I want to go outside and jump on a four-wheeler, I can do that. I physically can't do it, but you know what I mean. I don't want to be constantly worrying about, am I making too much noise? I want to be able to go in my backyard if I want to go shoot. I just want to get like 5-10 acres. Build a nice little lake. Do some fishing, stock it. Get in trouble with the EPA. That type of stuff. I like having neighbors, but at the same time, I'd like some space. I miss having the space. It is. Where am I know I'm yammering on today. I know. I'm being an idiot. I'm still in pain. So, with everything that went on, we finished up last night with the hot water heater, but my back is just doing the simplest little things nowadays. Just kills it. I'm getting so sick and tired of hearing about these Russia investigations. And now you have like Daryl Issa. Oh, we need to do it. No, we need an independent. No, we don't. It's a freaking red herring. I think I got the article for later. There is no evidence. There's nothing. It's an accusation by the Democrats so they don't have to discuss or explain why they lost. And now you got a bunch of established politicians that are scared. They're scared little rabbits. They know they're in trouble. And it's both Democrat and Republican. And they know they're in trouble. They know that with what Trump's doing, it's proven that we don't need all these politicians, these professional politicians, we don't need them. That we can go back to the people running this country. I think there's a question. No. Russia has been doing the misinformation for years. Decades. Now, all of a sudden, we have a worried about Russia. It's been going on for decades. They play the information game with us. We are disinformation, and we play the disinformation with them. It goes back and forth. We've interfered with each other's political information for years. So, excuse me for not jumping on the bandwagon of the sky is falling. I can, with pretty good intelligence, pick out what's bullshit and what's not. But now, because they lost the election, they want to cry about it. And it's getting tiresome. I really am. It's like, dude, give it up. Just give it up.
With New Year's resolutions, many of us will make a vow to eat healthier, and that's a good thing. But what about our beloved pets and their nutrition? Greetings, naturopathic Dr. Dennis Black here, and I'm on a mission to provide better nutrition for cats and dogs because truthfully, all pet food is dead food, which is why we created Rough Greens and Meow Greens in the first place. We bring their food back to life with live vitamins, minerals, probiotics, enzymes, omega oils, antioxidants, and so much more. All in a tasty formula that your dog and cat will love. You can improve your pet's coat, digestion, energy, and have less vet bills. Let 2025 bring a new year and a new pet. Get a Jumpstart trial bag, normally $20. Get a 100% discount with promo code BESTFRIEND. You just cover the shipping. Go to roughgreens.com, use promo code BESTFRIEND. Bring your pet's food back to life with Rough Greens. So good, your pet will ask for it by name.
Oh, my God. Wine, 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 wine. We lost an election. So we're going to cry about Russia. Russia, Russia, Russia. It's time to grow up and learn you lost. I don't have the articles up on it. I see. Oh, wait a minute. We'll talk about that after the break. You're listening to the Reaver of Common Sense right here on SHR Media. And, oh, my God. High Plains Radio. Oh, my brain just went totally flat. And yes, it is always Russia. Russia, Russia, Russia. We'll be right back. Russia, Russia, Russia.
Conservative media done right. You're listening to the SHR Media Network.
Breaking news. According to the latest report coming out of SHR Media, a merchandise store to support both the Reaver of Common Sense and SHR Media has just been unleashed to the general public. Be forewarned that this site can be contagious and numerous items can be purchased to support the best news programming. Go to Reaver.one website and click on the store link to check out the merchandise.
Listening to Reaver of Common Sense, hosted by my dad, Jersey Joe. Beware, the Jersey Takeover is here. Every Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can catch the Reaver of Common Sense show, hosted by Jersey Joe, right here on SHRmedia.com and HighPlainsDailyNews.com. Only Jersey can deliver hell like no one else, so consider this your fair warning.
In a world controlled by corrupt politicians,
You got a business. That you didn't build that.
a team of ordinary men emerge from the ashes to give voice to the voiceless and hope to the hopeless. Sackhead Sean.
Dude, I'm not saying Catholic, stupid bro.
Sackhead Clint.
All good friends of ours usually show up drunk.
Also starring Sacco as the producer.
I'm a little bit drunk, 'cause I'm drinking.
They are the Sackheads Radio Show. Every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Pacific on SHRmedia.com.
Every Wednesday night, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you can catch the Southside Mutt Show with its hosts, the Jersey Boys, Jersey Joe and Crash, right here on SHR Media and High Plains Pundit Radio, where we will be digging up the dirt.
Times are dark. The people misled by corrupt politicians, lied to by establishment media, and deceived by the false messages of Islam. A nation in confusion needs a guide. It needs a man with a cane. I'm Dave Milner. Join me on Spreaker, SHR Media, High Plains Talk Radio, Live Rebooting Liberty, and YouTube for a unique brand of commentary on the unpleasant blind guide. Because truth is not always pleasant.
If you miss a show, don't worry. You can catch the replays two ways, rebootingliberty.com or the reverbcommonsense.com. While you're there on Reverb Common Sense, don't forget, drop in your email and keep up to date with everything going on, or click the like button on the Facebook widget. Now on to the Reverb of Common Sense.
Listening to the SHR Media Network.
This show contains language that some viewers may find offensive. Listener discretion is advised. And now on to the show. And welcome back to the Reaver of Common Sense. I'm your host, Jersey Joe, and I'm trying to make sense out of the senseless. It's a daunting task. Trump's now holding, he's holding a lot of these. When he's dealing with any subject, he's getting top CEOs and stuff to sit around and have discussion about what needs to be done. He's not running to a bunch of politicians and a bunch of committees to waste time. He's going to the sources. He's going to who the experts are and talking with them. Doesn't mean that they're going to get their way, but it's just he's going to the sources. And he's broadcasting them. Hey, here, let's pop in for a minute.
Taken care of, so we will work that out, I think, quite easily, actually. Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody.
Caught it at the end of it. It was going on during the break, but they're calling it a listening session with health insurance CEOs. Maybe Obama... Well, he did do it, but he only listened to certain ones on how to write Obamacare to make certain insurance companies money. He's sitting down and he's trying to get the best of the best. Nothing wrong with that. And that's what I said from day one when I threw my support behind him.
With New Year's resolutions, many of us will make a vow to eat healthier, and that's a good thing. But what about our beloved pets and their nutrition? Greetings, naturopathic Dr. Dennis Black here, and I'm on a mission to provide better nutrition for cats and dogs because, truthfully, all pet food is dead food, which is why we created Rough Greens and Meow Greens in the first place. We bring their food back to life with live vitamins, minerals, probiotics, enzymes, omega oils, antioxidants, and so much more. All in a tasty formula that your dog and cat will love. You can improve your pet's coat, digestion, energy, and have less vet bills. Let 2025 bring a new year and a new pet. Get a Jumpstart trial bag, normally $20. Get a 100% discount with promo code BESTFRIEND. You just cover the shipping. Go to roughgreens.com, use promo code BESTFRIEND. Bring your pet's food back to life with Rough Greens. So good, your pet will ask for it by name.
He was the type of person that he gets the best of the best around and listens. Everybody thinks that he has this huge ego that he is the only one that can speak. No, that was Obama. This man, he ran a successful company, and on his brains, but also he knew to get the best people. That's what great leaders do. I'm so sick of this Russia. Back to that again. Russia. We didn't get our way, so we're going to cry about Russia. Seriously, we've had Russia interfering with our elections for about 75 years. With the misinformation, all that. They didn't hack this one. I don't hear anybody crying that they were sending out misinformation through Greenpeace, I think it is. I might be wrong. About fracking. Because fracking interferes with their ability to sell oil. So they wanted to throw out misinformation on fracking. No one complains about that part. Oh, no, because that helps them. It drives me up a wall. It really does. When I start hearing Russia, it starts making me wonder, do they have the brains to do this job? And any Republican that's falling into this trap needs to have their head examined. They really do. There is Republicans that are threatened by Trump. And that's why I've said for a while now, we've had the globalists versus the nationalists. I'm proud to care about my country and want my country to exist. I don't want to be some new world order. However they want to put the tagline, it all comes back to the same thing, new world order. I'm very proud to be who I am in my country. And I don't want to give it up. I'm very happy being United States of America. Europe is falling into it, and they're complaining because they got this centralized government within the EU that's making rules for everybody, governing everybody, and it's not working out for everybody. I have trouble with my government the way it works, that Washington, D.C. is making rules for me where I live, that it's not helping me, those rules. I don't need some idiot that's making rules for the whole world that's going to affect me, and no. I'll stick to my country and our way of doing things. We might be a little fudged up right now, but we're still better than a lot of the options out there. I don't know. They're not laying down. They're not giving up easy. I'll give them that. They're putting up the fight. But I'm going to keep fighting too, so. Money doesn't always win. And I'll keep fighting to make sure my country stays the way it is. So I'm wondering what people actually think that Trump is not attending the White House Correspondents Association dinner. He's not going to go have dinner with the people that are attacking him. I'm fine with it. I'm perfectly fine with that. On the simple reason that these people are not giving a fair shake. They are attacking every chance they get. If they were being fair about it and honest, okay. But they're not. They're going lowbrow. How dirty can they go? So you know what? I wouldn't go either. You're going to attack me. I'm not going to go there to give you a chance to attack. So, Tom Cotton was on Sunday's NBC's Meet the Press while discussing the Senate Intelligence Committee investigation into Russian hacking during last year's presidential election and disputed contact between the Trump.
With New Year's resolutions, many of us will make a vow to eat healthier, and that's a good thing. But what about our beloved pets and their nutrition? Greetings, Naturopathic Dr. Dennis Black here, and I'm on a mission to provide better nutrition for cats and dogs because, truthfully, all pet food is dead food, which is why we created Rough Greens and Meow Greens in the first place. We bring their food back to life with live vitamins, minerals, probiotics, enzymes, omega oils, antioxidants, and so much more. All in a tasty formula that your dog and cat will love. You can improve your pet's coat, digestion, energy, and have less vet bills. Let 2025 bring a new year and a new pet. Get a Jumpstart trial bag, normally $20. Get a 100% discount with promo code BESTFRIEND. You discover the shipping. Go to roughgreens.com, use promo code BESTFRIEND. Bring your pet's food back to life with Rough Greens. So good, your pet will ask for it by name.
Campaign in Russia, Senator Tom Cotton said there's no credible evidence of these contacts beyond anonymous sources in the media. We've had the intelligence community come out and say, no, there is no evidence beyond the media's anonymous sources tell us. It's bullshit, is what it is. There is no contact. It is all it's been. Anybody with brains could see the media sitting there spinning for the liberals. They've been doing it for a while now. They are trying to carry water for the liberals and carrying on this damn Russia. And, Todd from Meet the Press. I want to ask you about Daryl Issa being open to a special prosecutor. You know what? Right, that we don't need it. Obama didn't give no special prosecutor when it came to Hillary. There was a lot of things that needed a special prosecutor. So you know what? This myth of Russia No, we don't need a special prosecutor. There's no goddamn evidence of anything except these anonymous sources say. I was almost so smart ass there going, you know what? My anonymous sources say 316 just kicked our ass. Don't ask why, it just popped in my head. God. I think I'm going nuts. This Russian thing is just Russia. I have to record my daughter screaming, Russia. Why is it always Russia? Oh, God. You know, if you think you're that justified, speak up. Be proud that you're opening your mouth and you're going after Trump. Don't hide behind it. You're listening to the Reaver of Common Sense right here on SHR Media and High Plains Radio. We will be right back.
Listening to the SHR Media Network.
Breaking news. According to the latest report coming out of SHR Media, a merchandise store to support both the Reaver of Common Sense and SHR Media has just been unleashed to the general public. Be forewarned that this site can be contagious and numerous items can be purchased to support the best news programming. Go to Reaver.one website and click on the store link to check out the merchandise.
You have been listening to Reaver of Common Sense, hosted by my dad, Jersey Joe. Beware, the Jersey Takeover is here. Every Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can catch the Reaver of Common Sense show, hosted by Jersey Joe, right here on shrmedia.com and highplainsdailynews.com. Only Jersey can deliver hell like no one else, so consider this your fair warning.
In a world controlled by corrupt politicians,
You got a business. You didn't build that.
a team of ordinary men emerge from the ashes to give voice to the voiceless and hope to the hopeless. Sackhead Sean,
Dude, I'm not saying cop for the stupid program.
Sackhead Clint,
All good friends of ours usually show up drunk.
also starring Sacco as the producer.
I'm a little bit drunk, 'cause I'm drinking.
They are the Sackheads Radio Show. Every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Pacific on shrmedia.com.
Every Wednesday night, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you can catch the Southside Mutt Show with its hosts, the Jersey Boys, Jersey Joe and Crash, right here on SHR Media and High Plains Pundit Radio, where we will be digging up the dirt.
Times are dark. The people misled by corrupt politicians, lied to by establishment media, and deceived by the false messages of Islam. A nation in confusion needs a guide. It needs a man with a cane. I'm Dave Milner. Join me on Spreaker, SHR Media, High Plains Talk Radio, Live Rebooting Liberty, and YouTube for a unique brand of commentary on the Unpleasant Blind Guide. Because truth is not always pleasant.
If you miss a show, don't worry. You can catch the replays two ways, rebootingliberty.com or the ReaverOfCommonSense.com. While you're there on Reaver of Common Sense, don't forget, drop in your email and keep up to date with everything going on, or click the like button on the Facebook widget. Now on to the Reaver of Common Sense.
Listening to the SHR Media Network.
This show contains language that some viewers may find offensive. Listener discretion is advised. And now on to the show. And welcome to the Reaver. Well, welcome back to the Reaver of Common Sense. I am your host, Jersey Joe, and I'm trying to make sense out of the senseless. Except Russia keeps interfering. It's Russia, Russia, Russia. Russia. Oh, lordy, lordy, lordy. Man, that's BS. I just got a little thing on my phone for hockey. One of the Flyers got suspended 2 games. Bullshit. I see more dirty hits on Flyers and nothing Penguins. Oh, my God. Oh. Well, this isn't a hockey show, so. Where are we? Where are we? Well, I'm in Florida. Kel's in Canada. And nobody else is in the chat room to tell me where they're at. So the media outrage of the White House exclusive, freaking fake news. I mean, they can't even report that with truth. CNN and other outlets were in high gear Friday afternoon after several news outlets were apparently excluded from the White House press gaggle, complaining that conservative pro-Trump outlets like Breitbart were allowed into the briefing. Oh, Jesus. Those that were excluded called it absolutely unacceptable and described it as an attack on free press. Well, number one, free press doesn't mean you get into everything all the time. Doesn't mean that CNN has to be invited to everything every goddamn time. It doesn't mean that CNN has a right to be everywhere. They don't report the truth. CNN is one of the biggest. CNN and MSNBC are the 2 biggest that I see, and I'm pretty sure I'm probably wrong on this one. There's others that are extremely worse at the fake news. It's just because you have free press doesn't mean that they have to be invited to everything. But CNN's media correspondent Brian Stelter accused the Trump administration from trying to cherry-pick questions. This coming from the people who had to submit their questions to Obama to get approval from Obama's staff to ask a fucking question. Again, now they're going to complain. Now they are going to complain. That president got such special treatment from the press. And not a goddamn peep. Now they want to talk that Trump's cherry picking. He's allowing outlets that normally don't have access to have access. Oh, that's nothing like this has ever happened at the White House in our long history of coverage. Bullshit. Bullshitter, a Rooney. Obama has cherry-picked for years. In fact, in 2015, President Barack Obama met privately with liberal reporters and columnists frequently throughout his tenure in office, more than a dozen times, and although he occasionally invited conservative columnists, liberal-leaning columnists from newspapers tend to dominate at Obama's secret sessions. This is not new. This is nothing like this has ever happened. Bullshit. It just never happened to you before because you kissed Obama's ass. So you were given privileges. Pisses me off, that stuff does. Beyond lying. Just outright bullshit. Then they wonder why they get labeled as fake news. And these Obama private meetings for liberal members of the media, which excluded conservatives, were well documented. December 2012, several journalists reported that MSNBC hosts were meeting privately with President Obama to discuss the impending fiscal cliff fight. NPR's in May 2013 reported that President Obama was meeting privately with lefty columnists, but hastened to add that there was nothing nefarious about it. November 2013, President Obama met again with liberal journalists as Obamacare struggled with the failure of healthcare.gov and other problems. Politico media reporter reported that a group of journalists and columnists, all on the left, met privately with President Obama, but the White House refused to say who else was at the meeting or what was discussed. On Friday, CNN media reporter Dylan Byers expressed concern at the alleged exclusion of the left-leaning media outlets. Yet in 2015, he had no problem to write about an infrequency of Obama's private meetings with journalists. Byers noted that President Obama holds the occasional meetings with conservatives, but the list of regulars include a roster of prominent liberal journalists. That's okay. That was perfectly okay for them to do. Now they want to, oh my God, the sky is falling. Help us. The sky is falling. It just, oh my God. Are you serious? Seems some communities are coming up short on volunteer firefighters. I volunteered as a firefighter and EMT for a very long time, and The requirements, the training is getting outrageous. I know that you got to educate. I'm very much for education, but they're going a little bit overboard. When you have volunteers, they only have a certain amount of hours in a day. Companies are not allowing their employees to leave to fight fires like they used to. In a lot of states, they have laws on the book, but it's not like years ago where, oh, you're a volunteer firefighter. Okay, well, you go do what you have to do with the fires, and we'll work around it. Now it's, the companies, and then the financial aspect too. It gets kind of hard, and you're missing hours at work and all that. It gets kind of hard for that. And then on top of it, I saw this coming. It's with 9/11 came a lot of people wanting to get in it for the medals, the notoriety. They didn't want to be a part of the way things were done in a firehouse. They're done differently. You're hazed. You got to deal with certain situations a certain way, and all the way you're treated when you first join is because you're being taught how to deal with certain situations, and a lot of these people they can't handle that, and they want special treatment. They don't want to deal with the time-honored traditions that happen in the firehouse. They can't deal with there is a structure, a military type structure, and they don't like that. Many a times I've had these, well, I am volunteering, you can't tell me what to do attitude. Yeah. Oh, I didn't ask you to come volunteer. You came to us, as I was told when I said that one time. And just because you're a volunteer doesn't mean there's no rules or regulations or structure. Just because you're volunteering. And people used to do it because it was the right thing to do, and now it's, I don't know. It's, volunteerism is the dying breed. But I'll tell you one thing. I could honestly say it saved my ass, volunteering did. I got involved in the volunteer fire department very young. I was heading down a very, very messed up path. And they kind of straightened my ass out. So I have a lot of respect for the volunteer fire companies. Oh, that was totally off subject, wasn't it? It's one thing I hate down here in Hillsborough County. They had the volunteers, but they kind of treated them like the plague, like they were a lesser class citizen, and no, that's not the way it works. It's Things would be a lot better if they allowed the volunteers. And some of these politicians treat the volunteers with total disrespect. Surprise, surprise. It's funny how these politicians in your local towns, they scream that they're backing the emergency services. They never get the right equipment that they need until something happens to one of the politicians, and then it goes the other way. It's a over budget. And I see that in my county. There's a over swing to one side. Oh. That just scared the crap out of me. Forgot I set the alarm. And I have it set to my old pager sound. When we had a fire, that's the funny thing talking about this subject. And every time I hear it, I jump like I'm going to run out the door. It makes me snicker. That sound still gets me moving. And if you never heard it, you have to look up a fire pager going off. It's a very distinct sound, and it gets guys moving that are in the service. It gets them moving real quick. So, all right. You're listening to the Reaver Common Sense right here on SHR Media and High Plains Radio. We will be right back.
Listening to the SHR Media Network.
Breaking news. According to the latest report coming out of SHR Media, a merchandise store to support both the Reaver of Common Sense and SHR Media has just been unleashed to the general public. Be forewarned that this site can be contagious and numerous items can be purchased to support the best news programming. Go to Reaver.one website and click on the store link to check out the merchandise.
You have been listening to Reaver of Common Sense, hosted by my dad, Jersey Joe. Beware, the Jersey Takeover is here. Every Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can catch the Reaver Common Sense Show, hosted by Jersey Joe, right here on shrmedia.com and highplainsdailynews.com. Only Jersey can deliver hell like no one else, so consider this your fair warning.
In a world controlled by corrupt politicians,
You got a business. That you didn't build that.
a team of ordinary men emerge from the ashes to give voice to the voiceless and hope to the hopeless. Sackhead Sean,
Dude, I'm not saying cop for the stupid program.
Sackhead Clint,
All good friends of ours usually show up drunk.
also starring Sacco as the producer.
I'm a little bit drunk, I'm a little bit drunk, 'cause I'm drinking, drinking, drinking.
They are the Sackheads Radio Show. Every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Pacific on shrmedia.com.
Every Wednesday night, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you can catch the Southside Mutt Show with its hosts, the Jersey Boys, Jersey Joe and Crash, right here on SHR Media and High Plains Pundit Radio, where we will be digging up the dirt.
Times are dark. The people misled by corrupt politicians, lied to by establishment media, and deceived by the false messages of Islam. A nation in confusion needs a guide. It needs a man with a cane. I'm Dave Milner. Join me on Spreaker, SHR Media, High Plains Talk Radio, Live Rebooting Liberty, and YouTube for a unique brand of commentary on the unpleasant blind guide. Because truth is not always pleasant.
If you miss a show, don't worry. You can catch the replays two ways, rebootingliberty.com or the ReaverOfCommonSense.com. While you're there on Reaver of Common Sense, don't forget, drop in your email and keep up to date with everything going on, or click the like button on the Facebook widget. Now on to the Reaver of Common Sense.
Listening to the SHR Media Network.
This show contains language that some viewers may find offensive. Listener discretion is advised. And now on to the show. And welcome back to the Reaver of Common Sense. I'm your host, Jersey Joe, and I'm trying to make sense out of the senseless. So I looked over, and I see Biners in the news again. And he was shooting his mouth off. Biner was. The GOP can't and won't repeal or replace Obamacare. He says they don't have the cohesion to do it, and he gave a bunch of other reasons. And he's like, yeah, they're just going to wind up fixing the flaws. No, jackass, maybe under you it couldn't get done. Maybe you didn't have the ability to get the people to come together. That's why you are no longer leading the GOP in the House or in office anymore. Maybe you should just stay on the golf course and zip the lips. You're showing why you were a failure, Biner. I'm not impressed with your mouth. Oh no, nowhere near impressed. It's funny because now all of a sudden the liberal media is jumping all over it, and Biner from the GOP says this is what's going to happen. Oh my God, doom and gloom. Everybody's got to pay attention because an ex-wannabe washed up Republican is speaking. He was quoted saying, they'll fix Obamacare, and I shouldn't have called it repeal and replace because that's not what's going to happen. They're basically going to fix the flaws and put more conservative box around it. Republican lawmakers across the country this week are facing angry constituents at town halls. Well, and this was a Politico piece. Well, I got a question for him. Why aren't Democrats that are up for re-election holding town halls like the Republicans are doing? Republicans are holding them, and they got all these Democrat operatives showing up. And some of them, yes, are actual citizens with issues. But for the most part, and you can go to... Well, they probably took it down by now. And I have witnessed it with my own eyes. Several of these liberal groups and the one that's run by Obama, one of his little groups, where it told you where to go, how to act, where to sit, what to do. The whole works. Make sure you spread out. Don't be clumped up all one group. Make it look like you're larger than you are. Be loud. Be obnoxious. And all this stuff. It was telling them how to act, and that's what we see in these town halls. And it's fake outrage for the most part. It's set up. And then they get, oh my God, how dare you say that? You're on your sites telling the people how to act in these meetings to make it look like they're larger a crowd, that they actually are upset, to cause issues. Then you're surprised people accuse you of it when you put it on your sites on how to do it. Oh my God, that's a special kind of stupid. That really is a special kind of stupid to get upset like that. But the Democrats, they're not holding town halls. No. In fact, they're pretty quiet. Why? Because they don't want to go out and face the public because they know they're in trouble. They know they're in for a bloodbath if they go to and do a town hall. And those, I'm going to tell you, are going to be real. Us on the Republican side, we don't have to do this fake outrage. Feinstein just held one. And she was confronted by angry protesters. Well, and no, I shouldn't say that she was holding a town hall because that's what they were complaining about. She was met with protesters at a Public Policy Institute of California, and they were demanding, why is she not holding any town halls? She has not debated her Republican opponent in her last 2 U.S. Senate campaigns. And she has no plans for any town halls during Congress' current recess. Well, you know what? Maybe these people need to stop reelecting the same people over and over again. It's... I'm absolutely... And the media focuses on the Republican senators that are having those town halls, and they're getting this fake outrage. And they're silent on the Democrats refusing to hold town halls. The Senates are trying to keep a low profile in the hopes of giving voters fewer reasons to vote against them. It's noted that the nation's most vulnerable Senate Democrats are avoiding town hall meetings as their Republican counterparts get pummeled by the energized, fake groups. And some of these Democrats are in states that went to Trump. And they don't want to have to answer certain questions because they know they're going to get pummeled. They're trying to hide. How'd that work out for Hillary? It's even Senator Manchin, Joe Manchin, he's a Democrat in West Virginia, and he has given support to Trump and Republicans on some measures. I think he's more of a politician than most. I don't agree with his gun stance. I will argue against him wholeheartedly, but I can respect him on he will bend on some things, and some things he will stand tall on. I can respect a man that does that. He doesn't seem to go just party line. He goes by what his people want, or in some incidents. But it's in a state that's turning red. Trump won West Virginia by 68.7% for Trump and 26.5% for Hillary. That's a state that's turning red. And we need more states to turn red. It's not that I want a conservative government. Too much of something is bad. What I want is to try to force Democrats to really looking at themselves instead of trying to point fingers everywhere else, that their path they're going on is the wrong path. And they just elected a new DNC chair. And I don't think they learned any lessons. This was a gentleman that was labor secretary, I want to say, under Obama. But he then immediately sets a deputy chair for Senator Ellison, who is... Oh, I was sitting there going, come on, Ellison, win the DNC. Win the DNC, Ellison, because that would have destroyed the party. And even having him as deputy chair, yeah, that was a kiss ass. You got too many factions going on in the Democrats, and they're all fighting. They are all fighting for power right now in the Democrats. And I don't know who's going to win that tug of war. But we shall see. It's going to be an interesting time. I don't know. I think some dirty pool is being used by the Democrats. They've set up a new super PAC, and it's Obama and Eric Holder. And their big thing is they're trying, well, number one, they got buddies with these companies that are in charge of setting up the districts. When you do a redistricting because of a gerrymandering, well, the Democrats are going to start pushing because they lost these elections. They're going to push to have redistricting done so that it'll go in the favor of Democrats so Democrats can start winning elections again. They're not going to try to look at, hey, you know what? We're not going by what the will of the people want, so we're going to change the rules. This is something that Obama has talked about for several years now. They've been very open that they are working with the companies. And there's companies that are set up. They're supposed to be neutral. And what their job will be is to redistrict areas. If they get a court order to redistrict, these companies get hired. They do the redistricting. And a judge looks at it and signs off. What the Democrats have done is come very close to these groups. And these groups will do the redistricting in favor of the Democrat. Like I said, they can't win on their policies, so they have to win by changing the game. The rules. Midstream, we're going to change. We're going to cry. We're going to whine. Obama was very open about that. He was going to do redistricting after the 2020 census. This is the stuff that pisses off the American people. This is the stuff that we're getting tired of. And former Maryland Governor Martin O'Malley said Americans need nonpartisan redistricting commissions. Bullshit. That's not nonpartisan. You've infiltrated those companies. It's been very well known. Even somebody like me, myself, I know what you've done. Try developing your party to be for the people. You've gone so far down the rabbit hole, I don't think you know what you're doing anymore, Democrats. You're listening to the Reaver of Common Sense right here on SHR Media and High Plains Radio. We will be right back.
Listening to the SHR Media Network.
Breaking news. According to the latest report coming out of SHR Media, a merchandise store to support both the Reaver of Common Sense and SHR Media has just been unleashed to the general public. Be forewarned that this site can be contagious and numerous items can be purchased to support the best news programming. Go to Reaver.one website and click on the store link to check out the merchandise.
Listening to Reaver of Common Sense, hosted by my dad, Jersey Joe. Beware, the Jersey Takeover is here. Every Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can catch the Reaver of Common Sense show, hosted by Jersey Joe, right here on shrmedia.com and highplainsdailynews.com. Only Jersey can deliver hell like no one else, so consider this your fair warning.
In a world controlled by corrupt politicians,
You got a business. That you didn't build that.
a team of ordinary men emerge from the ashes to give voice to the voiceless and hope to the hopeless. Sackhead Sean,
Dude, I'm not saying cop for the stupid program.
Sackhead Clint,
All good friends of ours usually show up drunk.
also starring Sacco as the producer.
I'm a little bit drunk, 'cause I'm drinking.
They are the Sackheads Radio Show. Every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Pacific on shrmedia.com.
Every Wednesday night, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you can catch the Southside Mutt Show with its hosts, the Jersey Boys, Jersey Joe and Crash, right here on SHR Media and High Plains Pundit Radio, where we will be digging up the dirt.
Times are dark. The people misled by corrupt politicians, lied to by establishment media, and deceived by the false messages of Islam. A nation in confusion needs a guide. It needs a man with a cane. I'm Dave Milner. Join me on Spreaker, SHR Media, High Plains Talk Radio, live rebooting Liberty, and YouTube for a unique brand of commentary on the unpleasant blind guide. Because truth is not always pleasant.
If you miss a show, don't worry. You can catch the replays two ways, rebootingliberty.com or the ReaverOfCommonSense.com. While you're there on Reaver of Common Sense, don't forget, drop in your email and keep up to date with everything going on, or click the like button on the Facebook widget. Now on to the Reaver of Common Sense.
Listening to the SHR Media Network.
This show contains language that some viewers may find offensive. Listener discretion is advised. And now on to the show. And welcome back to the Reaver of Common Sense. I am your host, Jersey Joe, and I'm trying to make sense out of the senseless. It is what it is. And this is what I fight against. This is why I do. I mean, there's a lot of reasons, but this is one of them. That changing the districts to try to help them. And they're doing that here in Florida. I just don't understand it. That shows me they know that they're what they stand for, they know is not popular, and the American people don't want it. But that's what the Democrats have to do to win anymore. It's disheartening is what it is. And it scares me that this is what our country is coming to. That rules have to be changed so that they can win. I don't know. I talked about this several months ago when I first came across this, and pointing out how this was going on. I can't get it out of my head that they are so unpopular, and they know that they have to change the rules. They're calling what they have a super group that brings together the efforts of the Democrat Governors Association, Democratic Legislative Campaign Committee, and House Majority PAC. It'll be interesting, that's to say the least. I don't know. That one has my head all in a Twitter, all tied together. And it's Obama and Eric Holder. So you tell me what they're after. Uh-oh. And O'Malley's out there running his mouth, but he's admitting he's trying to lead the party's progressive wing, which we have voted on several times that we don't want. But I want to make clear that I want to call it end to gerrymandering. And that's what they're exactly trying to do. They're trying to change the districts to favor them. Now, this idiot also is sitting there that Trump has anti-immigrant sentiments and his beliefs and polices to fascism. Who are the ones that are creating the violence? He thinks that the violent ones are coming from the Democrats. It's same crap, different day. I don't know. Well, tomorrow, Phillies. What do you mean by Phillies, Cal? Well, when you say Phillies, I think the Philadelphia Phillies, the baseball team. And one of the big races that's going on, which was shocking, is Delaware. Delaware has been slowly turning red, so now they're going to try to stop that by changing the voting districts. And after Delaware, I don't know why they're saying New Jersey. New Jersey is not changing from blue anytime soon. And as you can see, people are leaving that state like a goddamn, I don't know. People are just abandoning that state. The high taxes, high property values, everything's up there. And it's a shame. New Jersey used to be a pretty good state. I know there's always the jokes about New Jersey, but New Jersey was a pretty good state. Where did everybody come to for the shore? They went to Jersey for it. And it's... times have changed, and New Jersey's gone to hell, and the Democrats have led the way in that state. They have led the way. I've watched a governor ban certain types of firearms. Everybody had to turn those firearms to the state, and he said that they were going to be destroyed. Nope, he sold them to Ohio, and the state made money while people had to give up their weapons that they paid for. That is bullshit. And California's trying to do that. You'll have to turn your guns into the state. And then the state goes and sells them to another state. I don't know. I'm just so sick of the BS from the left. And I'm trying to be nice. But we're getting the same thing over and over again. And the Democrats aren't learning. They're really not. And what's funny is now they're trying to well, it was the Tea Party. Tea Party did everything. They started changing everything. Yeah, they did a lot. Tea Party did a lot. Tea Party also started to fade away, and Trump is the one that straightened out the Republican Party. Tea Party started it. I will not take that away from the Tea Party. I'm not bashing the Tea Party. But they kind of started to fade away. And now that you see the Democrats, they're like, well, the Tea Party, they changed the tide in 2010. And we're gonna emulate that. We're gonna create our own little Tea Party. It's like, oh my God, really? Can't do something on your own? They have to emulate, copy. I don't know. They're trying to make it sound like it was Tea Party that did everything. Again, like I said, Tea Party was a large group that helped change the tide. Yes, they held rallies to get the people behind them. They were attacked for it. by the Democrats, a lot of name calling going. They were accused of doing a lot of things they never did. But it's kind of funny. They would hold these rallies, and usually wherever they held the rally looked better after the rally than it did prior, unlike when you have Democrats come in and ton of waste just dumped on the ground. Because Tea Party had respectful adults. And the Democrats have a lot of immature, lazy youngins. It's I don't know. It's just getting tiresome. I don't know about anybody else, but I'm tired of the Democrats and their tactics. And we have been sending them packing, and they still can't get it through their head. That's the funny part. They can't get it through their heads. They can. I got a pretty good, funny story. The Democrat has lost his bid to run for a political seat because of his toilet. We'll tell you more about that story after this break. You're listening to the Reaver of Common Sense right here on SHR Media and High Plains Radio. We will be right back.
Listening to the SHR Media Network.
Breaking news. According to the latest report coming out of SHR Media, a merchandise store to support both the Reaver of Common Sense and SHR Media has just been unleashed to the general public. Be forewarned that this site can be contagious and numerous items can be purchased to support the best news programming. Go to Reaver.one website and click on the store link to check out the merchandise.
Listening to Reaver of Common Sense, hosted by my dad, Jersey Joe. Beware, the Jersey Takeover is here. Every Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can catch the Reaver of Common Sense show, hosted by Jersey Joe, right here on shrmedia.com and highplainsdailynews.com. Only Jersey can deliver hell like no one else, so consider this your fair warning.
In a world controlled by corrupt politicians,
You got a business. That you didn't build that.
a team of ordinary men emerge from the ashes to give voice to the voiceless and hope to the hopeless. Sackhead Sean,
Dude, I'm not saying cop for the stupid pro.
Sackhead Clint,
All good friends of ours usually show up drunk.
also starring Sacco as the producer.
I'm a little bit drunk, 'cause I'm drinking, drinking, drinking.
They are the Sackheads Radio Show. Every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Pacific on shrmedia.com.
Every Wednesday night, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you can catch the Southside Mutt Show with its hosts, the Jersey Boys, Jersey Joe and Crash, right here on SHR Media and High Plains Pundit Radio, where we will be digging up the dirt.
Times are dark. The people misled by corrupt politicians, lied to by establishment media, and deceived by the false messages of Islam. A nation in confusion needs a guide. It needs a man with a cane. I'm Dave Milner. Join me on Spreaker, SHR Media, High Plains Talk Radio, Live Rebooting Liberty, and YouTube for a unique brand of commentary on the unpleasant blind guide. Because truth is not always pleasant.
If you miss a show, don't worry. You can catch the replays two ways, rebootingliberty.com or the ReverbCommonSense.com. While you're there on Reverb Common Sense, don't forget, drop in your email and keep up to date with everything going on, or click the like button on the Facebook widget. Now on to the Reaver of Common Sense.
Listening to the SHR Media Network.
This show contains language that some viewers may find offensive. Listener discretion is advised. And now on to the show. Dang it, thought I had the mute button taken off. And welcome back to the Reaver of Common Sense. I am your host, Jersey Joe, and as you can see, I'm screwing up. Let's see, where are we? Oh! The toilet that got a Democrat kicked out of his run in Pennsylvania. A state judge on Thursday threw Frederick Ramirez off the ballot in the race for an open House seat in Philadelphia. Now, they determined that he was not living in the district because of a low water and electric bill. They feel that because the water consumptions, and he was only getting 2 flushes of his toilet a day at very low and very low electrical usage, showed that he was not living there. There was no pictures or photographs on the wall. And the room, his daughter's room, was still decorated for an infant. It would show that it is not his. The way the judge ruled it said, the fact that there are no photographs or pictures on the wall, combined with the fact that his daughter's room is still decorated for an infant, more strongly reveals that the candidate is not domiciled at the house, but merely uses that location as a convenient place to stay when he is working at a nearby clinic he owns. The seat that he was running for became vacant with the January 3rd resignation of Democrat Representative Leslie Acosta. She had been reelected in November, about 2 months after her secret guilty plea of conspiracy to commit money laundering to a federal judge became public. Surprise, surprise. Surprise. Just kidding, it doesn't surprise me. Not in the least. I mean, it is kind of funny that his run ended because of toilet flushes. It's how do you explain that one? I didn't crap enough, so I got thrown out. Shit hits the fan. Now, the judge's ruling leaves just one candidate on the ballot for the March 21st special election, Republican Lucia Little, in what is an overwhelmingly Democratic district. Little said that justice has prevailed. We need a representative that actually lives in the district, that actually cares about the district. Now, the spokesman for the Department of State, which oversees elections, said the agency's lawyers were examining whether Democrats are legally allowed to pick a new candidate. You would think they would be allowed to pick a new candidate, but at the same part, they knew there was these issues and they ignored it. So I'm not exactly backing their cause that they should have the right to pick a new candidate. They knew it and they ignored it. So, it's... They knew it was going on. They could have done something better, but they chose not to. Yeah. It's what Democrats do. That's what they're good at. Another rogue bureaucrat at Homeland Security leaked incomplete report critical of Trump's agenda to the Associated Press. It's not surprising me. It doesn't. It really doesn't surprise me that, again, there's leaks. This is why you need to get nominations and appointments done as fast as you can. Don't point fingers. I don't care. They need to be done. I don't believe this. Well, the paperwork wasn't fully filled out. Bullshit. Not buying it. But this is what causes those types of problems. You have holdovers that are still in office that are causing problems. And the Democrats think it's funny. Now, remember, this could happen to them at any moment. And they won't think it's so funny then. And again, like I said, with the, what was it, Oscars last night, or whatever damn awards show, I don't pay attention to that crap. I don't think there was as much as they were expecting. As people were expecting. I think they may have, or at least it's not that. I don't know. Oh, God. More. Mika from MSNBC. Is Trump admin trying to create a dictatorship? This is the same woman who came out and said that it's not the president's job to tell people what to think. It is the media's job to do it. And then she got upset because she made that statement and people ran with it. She makes the comment, it's everybody else's problem. It's... Oh, I'm starting to see there was some comments. And it's probably, I bet you when you look at the ratings, their ratings are going to be in the toilet. Polls are showing that Trump's approval ratings right now are hovering right around 44. And it depends on which polling system you go to, what the number will be. I've seen it as low as 39 and as high as 55. So, CPAC was this past weekend, and Trump has like an 80+% approval rating. So, that CPAC had a lot of never-Trumpers in it, and now they're approving of what he's doing. God, Rubio is an embarrassment. He skips town halls because they yell at me. Oh, they'll yell at me. Thank you. Oh, God. Why did we have to reelect that douchebag? But the choice was, even on the Democrat side, was worse. So, I don't know. I know last week I missed a couple shows, and I do want to apologize. It's between the house issues and then trying to fix all the issues is got my body really bad. For those that know and listen to the show, you know I have some medical issues that I deal with, and sometimes that type of stuff makes it worse. So I do apologize. I try not to miss the shows. I enjoy being here with you guys. I enjoy everything about it. And I'm honored to those that listen. Seriously, I am very honored that somebody would want to listen to me yammer on, but I just try to give an everyday perspective. I don't like listening to some of those shows where they try to talk above you, and I try not to do that. I try to just talk about everyday person things. So, and with that, where are we? There we are. You've been listening to the Reaver of Common Sense right here on SHR Media, High Plains Radio, and I'll see you tomorrow, 11 o'clock. Have a great day. You've been listening to the Reaver of Common Sense with its host, Jersey Joe. You can tune in every day, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on hppundit.com and shrmedia.com.